Welcome. I'm Joshua, and I'm Caleb, and we are the McLean High School, Highlander music interns. We are delighted to welcome you to this next installment of the Holy Happy Hour series here on Lewinsville. You're in for a real treat tonight as we enjoy some masterworks for the violin. We're really happy to be able to offer these musical events free of charge to the community. And if you would like to help us continue to do that, there will be a basket at the door on your way out for donations to help defray the cost of these events. At the door, you will have seen a program with upcoming musical events listed on the back page. If you would like to join the concert mailing list to receive additional information about these programs or other church events, there is a mailing list in the narthex for you to sign up. And we want to thank Irene Castillo for her musical inspiration for us, and John Notheft, the Lewinsville Director of Music Ministries, for his mentorship these past 2 weeks.
Joshua and Caleb, it's been so much fun to have you all these past 2 weeks. This past Sunday, we had a Bluegrass Sunday, and I threw them in to play with Patrick McAvenue, who is the International Bluegrass Fiddle Player of the Year, and they held their own. It was great. Today, they're playing with Irene Castillo, and on this Sunday for Pentecost, I'll be having them play music from Firebird by Stravinsky, so it'll be a lot of fun. This is the inaugural Jay Clark. This is the inaugural Jay Clark Young Artist Recitals as part of the Holy Happy Hour series. Jay was Director of Music Ministries here at Lewinsville for 37 years. It's a great honor to steward and continue to pass on his musical and mentoring legacy here at Lewinsville. I would like to invite Sally McEwen to share a memory of Jay.
I'm not sure I need this mic, but Jay Clark, Jay Franklin Clark. Jay, as most of us knew him, Mr. Clark to the youth, and Uncle Jay to our little guys here. Many of you knew him as Uncle, your children knew him as Uncle Jay. John told you that he was here for 37 years, and during that time, he shared his musical talent with us in so many ways. He was, of course, the conductor of all the youth choirs. He was he played the harpsichord, he played the piano, he played the organ, and we knew that. But more than that, I think for me and for most of you who go to Lewinsville and knew Jay, he instilled a love and an appreciation for good music with hundreds of children here and adults. And we'll never forget all of that. He also was a minister in every sense of the word. Jay Clark was many times the very first person to get to the hospital when someone was ill. He wrote letters. He called people if they weren't in church for a couple of weeks, and he'd like to know if is everything okay. So he was truly a minister, and he would be so honored tonight to know that this series is named after him. And the other thing he would say, Sally, get off the mic because I want to hear these lovely artists at work. So.
Thank you, Sally. It is our great pleasure to introduce Irene Castillo, a recent graduate of my alma mater, the Jacobs School of Music at Indiana University. And we have many IU alum here, which is great. And she's also a dear family friend. She has performed as soloist at Walt Disney Hall, the Chicago Symphony Center, and tonight at Lewinsville Presbyterian. This month is also Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and it is a distinct pleasure to welcome Irene of Filipino descent and Josh and Caleb of Taiwanese descent. And tonight we will open with Vivaldi's Concerto for 3 Violins. Enjoy. I said earlier that Irene and I are both IU alum, and we're all wearing red. Our next performer, Josh, will be playing the Symphony Español, and I was telling him how he needs to feel the matador in him. And so he's got a little red today to showcase that.
Yes, I'll be playing the Edward Lalo's Violin Symphony, Symphony Español, the first movement of it. And after Tchaikovsky played it, he realized that he really wanted to compose his own violin concertos, and this really inspired him to do so. So I hope it inspired you as well. Thank you.
Great job, Josh. One person I have to remiss, who I think is watching on live stream. Next time we'll have to do the concerto for 4 violins with my lady, Sarah Berger, who's at Spoleto currently. She's the concert master this year, so big props for her. And another big props to the piano. This was speaking of Jay, he left a very generous gift to the Loonsville Music Fund when he passed. We were able to get this incredible piano, and every time I play it, I think of him. So. And next we'll have Irene Castillo perform.
Hi, I'm Irene. As Josh mentioned, that last piece inspired Tchaikovsky to write his famous violin concerto, and the piece that I'm about to play is actually the original draft of his second movement of the concerto, and he decided it wasn't fitting for the concerto he was writing, and he scrapped it. But he came back to it later when he was writing a collection of 3 pieces for violin called Souvenir d'un lieu cher, which means Remembrances of a Dear Place. And he wrote this piece that I'm about to play called Meditation in his dear place, which was Switzerland. So I hope you enjoy.
Tchaikovsky's first draft of the second movement of his violin concerto. Now we'll hear the final version, and afterwards we'll have to take a poll which one we prefer.
I'm Caleb, and I'll be playing the final product of Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto, the second movement, Canzoniata. And it means a little light song, and I hope you enjoy it. And I heard that it goes well with the light spring wine, so maybe you can have that later as well. Yeah, enjoy.
He's not old enough.
I'm not old enough to try this.
first one or second one? For the first? Or for the second? All right, Irene.
So now I'm going to play the third piece from Tchaikovsky's collection Souvenir d'un lieu cher, and it's called Melody. I hope you enjoy.
This next piece, promise I wouldn't cry. So this next piece, I got to hear Irene play when she was in high school. It was a lot of fun to play with you now.
I'd just like to say thank you to John for having me here. It's such an honor. We've been friends since I was literally 11. So it's such an honor for for me to be here and to be invited to this event. He's done such amazing work at this church, and I'm so glad I could be part of it. And thank you to Josh and Caleb for stepping in and helping out and sounding so great. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy. This is the third movement of the Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. The other pieces were kind of related thematically. This really isn't. John just told me to play something flashy, and this is what I had. So I hope you enjoy. Okay. So basically, the way I know John is because he and my sister were on the same floor together in IU in Forest Dorm, and he became really good friends with my family. And then, so John wrote this wonderful book called Old McCondle and His Musical Farm, and my dad, who passed away about 2 years ago now, he did all the illustrations for this book. And so you can buy them in like bookstores, like musical bookstores across the country. And they have fun little puns, like there's Shasta Goldfish, there's Mendel Swan, and it's just a wonderful book. So if you haven't read it, I would highly recommend. But John and I have a little encore prepared, and it's a reference to Brahms in this book, who is featured, and it's going to be the Brahms Lullaby. It ran away. Technical difficulties. We have lost some music. Yes, we found it.
And now for the happy part, or this is, I guess, the holy part. Now we'll have the happy part. And so please join us in St. Andrew's Hall. Now, Irene's family is from Daly City near San Francisco, which is one of those, like a Filipino enclave in California. And so we tried to have all Californian wines. Also, Irene soloed at Walt Disney Hall last year. So please enjoy some wine. And we're starting to book up our concert season for next year. There's going to be some amazing programs. You'll definitely want to join our concert mailing list. And if you'd like to give a little donation as you leave, be greatly appreciated. Many thanks. You did great. You are awesome. Hey, let's get Irene. Irene, can you take a good photo? Yes. Hey, Mom, can you take a photo of us? Oh, yeah. Here, boys, come on in here. Irene, you're the star. Oh, yeah, this looks good.